Blake decided to get married at the Boone Plantation in South Carolina. That's where they got married.
And the only reason that they donated this money is because after multiple times, after year,
Angelina, to your right. Angelina, to your left side. Angelina.
Blake Lively lost her mind when Angelina Jolie straight ended her on live TV with one cold-blooded line. Now look, Angelina ain't gotta say much. Her name already rings bells, okay? But Blake, sis tried to finesse her way onto Time's most influential list like we weren't gonna notice, and the internet snatched her edges all the way to hell and back.
Time magazine just announced the 100 most influential people of 2025. Wait, why is Blake Lively there?
She ended her with one line, no lifeline, no comeback, just straight up verbal annihilation. She hit with, there's a fine line between storytelling and straight up jacking someone's voice while she's in for the camera. No name drops, no hissy fits, just that cool, quiet boom that flipped Blake Lively's sugar sweet PR fantasy into a full-blown PR emergency. And the gag is, everybody knew exactly who she was dragged in. Phew, the silence was loud. Tinseltown clutched its pearls like the Pope, just heard trap music in the Sistine Chapel. Folks didn't whisper, they bolted to their phones like TMZ was paying by the second. Fashion blogs fried her like fish on Friday. The woke panel said, "And now, we good." Florence Pugh and Charlize Theron hit that unfollow button so fast, you'd think a performative, it was contagious.
Blake Lively slammed for disgusting and embarrassing inclusion on Time 100 most influential people list.
While Angelina sat pretty, no selfie, no messy notes up apology, not even a blink, sis stayed unbothered. And why? Course she's Angelina freaking Jolie. Baby, her resume screams for her. Meanwhile, Blake, all that a worky she hyping up? Just loud, static filtered, recycled, and let's be real, straight up cop.
It's honestly comedy at this point. I don't even think I'm offended anymore by anything that this degenerate does.
And you know what makes this whole thing even worse? The comparison. Like, for real, why are they even putting Blake in the same sentence as Angelina? Let's keep it real, Angelina's a legend. Out here in these streets for over 20 years. Stepping into war zones like it's nothing. She's done 60 field missions, works with the UNHCR, holds the title of Special Envoy, and don't even get me started on her founding legal aid programs for refugee kids. You can't just throw Blake in the mix and act like it's the same thing.
Difficult as conditions are, the refugees here count themselves as the lucky ones.
Angelina just bagged the prestigious Jean Herschelt Humanitarian Award. Y'all, that's just the tip of the iceberg. While Blake was out here sitting pretty in the front row at Fashion Week, Angelina's been out there doing the real work on the front lines. Angelina Jolie says Hollywood is sometimes not a healthy business. It's not the easiest place. Honey, Blake Lively's out here a blessing of the world with wait for it Magnolia Pearl jeans. Yeah, that brand that thought it was cute to drop a whole plantation-themed collection. Really? But hold up, the drama doesn't end there. She went and tied the knot with Ryan Reynolds at an actual slave plantation.
He and Blake decided to get married at the Boone Plantation in South Carolina. That's where they got married. There's no slaves in that plantation right now, but you know, it was all about history, the braids. Were there ever slaves here? Did bad stuff happen here? How dare you get married here?
Honey, there's nothing that screams a true love like saying a till death do us party in a place where folks used to be beaten and forced to work for nothing. And get this, when the internet came for her, what did she do? She ran to People magazine, tears in her eyes, and threw some coins at the NAACP. Some say it was $200,000. Others are calling it up to $2 million. But girl, even that money's got commitment issues.
And the only reason that they donated this money is because after multiple times, after year, they had been getting slammed and receiving so much backlash for their plantation wedding.
And let's dive into her so-called commitment to humanitarian work, shall we? Blake came out here with this homebound campaign, right? And at first glance, it seemed all sweet and wholesome. You know, soft voiceovers, pastel everything, and a website giving off major I'm a kind soul-y vibes. But hold up, if you took a second to really look, honey, things didn't add up. The tagline, rebuilding what's been broken, one voice at a time. Oh, sounds really deep. Here, too bad she straight up jacked that from Angelina's 2019 UNHCR campaign. Like, girl, did you really just copy and paste?
What happened in 2019 was that Blake and Ryan were once again in desperate need of good PR. And I will say this time it wasn't their fault.
So, get this. That village Blake used for all her look at me, I'm saving the world of photo ops. Yeah, that same village. Angelina's been showing love to that spot for 6 years. 6. Sis. Blake strolls in for a weekend, all glammed up with her crew, acting like she's out here inventing empathy or something. Meanwhile, Angelina's been behind the scenes, quietly putting in the work, funding that exact community for over half a decade. Talk about a whole vibe of stealing someone else's shine. That new Blake Lively ad feels way too familiar. Word for word phrasing from Angelina's refugee campaign in 2019. This ain't homage, it's theft. Did Blake really say that? Did we hear her properly? Well, if she did, someone needs to give her props. A little a thank you wouldn't hurt, right? But nah, ain't nobody trying to recognize the genius behind the blueprint when they out here snatching the architect's shine. Sources say Angelina Jolie was livid after Blake's team launched a campaign mimicking her UN initiative. And after that panel quote, the gloves are off. Oh, and don't even get me started on the UN having to step in. Like, a leaked email from a UN press officer to Blake's team straight up said, EMS. Jolie is understandably distressed. You know what that means, right? That's the diplomatic code for, your girl messed up big time. And how did Blake's team handle it? Pure panic mode. Next thing you know, the whole site goes down for maintenance. Her voiceover disappears like magic, and that Instagram post with the stolen tagline, poof, gone. No apology, no am I bad, just a whole digital Houdini act. Blink, and you'd swear it never happened. But, oh, the internet's got receipts. And those screenshots? Angelina's been in Syria, Cambodia, Congo. Blake did one filtered trip and tried to rebrand trauma like it was a lifestyle blog. I'm actually disgusted. And when folks started putting the campaign visuals side by side, baby, it was a straight-up joke. Not just similar now, we're talking identical. Same shot composition, same exact phrasing, even the fake empathy pose surrounded by all those displaced women. But here's the kicker. When Angelina did it, it hit differently. It was real, raw, earned, like you could feel the weight of it. Meanwhile, Blake was out here playing dress-up, trying to look the part.
It is a myth that rape is an inevitable part of conflict.
Look, when it comes to Blake, baby, it was like she tried to turn a Vogue cover into a tragedy. Have you ever seen someone act like they did all the hard work, but they just slapped a pastel pink font on it and thought they were the star of the show? That's Blake. It's like someone rolling up into your house, grabbing your paintbrush, slapping a new coat on the walls, snapping a pic, and acting like they just redesigned your whole life. She didn't borrow a vibe, she straight up snatched someone's legacy. And the audacity, she thought people would be clapping for her, like she was some kind of genius. She really thought if she gave a soft smile and dropped a few healing hashtags with a perfect filter, would all fall for it.
But nah, honey, it didn't hit, it flopped. This ain't 2012 anymore. We don't let silence slide just for a little social media love. Let's keep it real, this ain't Blake's first time showing us her shady side. From that mess with the plantation wedding silence to her weird, borderline creepy obsession with Southern vibes, to all those half-hearted apologies, this girl has a pattern. Now, she's out here trying to throw a little philanthropic bow on her messy reputation, thinking we won't notice the
cracks underneath. But oh, we see it, sis. Angelina sees it. Hollywood sees it. And the rest of us, we're over pretending like we don't know exactly what's going on.
And people were outraged. And I'm not kidding. I'm showing you this headline from NBC News. It says, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively apologize for plantation wedding. Now, this is published in 2020.
While Blake's out here signing posters of roles she never even touched, acting like she just stumbled upon the idea of activism, Angelina's out here collecting receipts from 2 decades of real-life drama. And guess what? She's keeping it cool, playing the game with grace, and making a bigger impact than Blake could ever dream of, no matter how many PR stunts she pulls. And honey, that one line from Angelina, oh, it wasn't just a statement, it was the start of Blake's downfall.
Drop your thoughts in the comments below, let's talk about it. If you're feeling the vibe, hit that like button. And if you're new to the fam, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop the latest and greatest. Thanks for tuning in.